Hello, this is Toxic Sniper coming at you here with another how-to make a pull ring fuse for a bomb or match bomb, firecracker, whatever you're making. Just for a preview, this is how it'll look like, aside from the striker and pin on the top that's going to be pulling it. This was the first one I ever made. I've made about like 30 of these. They work pretty good. The first one I made, as you can see, didn't burn through. But what it's going to do is you're going to have a striker over that. You're going to have an elastic band right there. And then you're going to have this pin slid right through like that. And then you're just going to pull it. The striker will strike those two, burn through all the way down to your bomb. So yeah, I'll be making that. Alright, first off, you just take a row of a book of matches. It works best with a book because it has rows. There's 10 and 10. So now what you do is you just take a piece of tape. Masking tape works best for this, but masking tape is the only kind I don't have. Got Gorilla, Electrical, Scotch, Frog, Duct, you name it. Alright, now that you have your piece of tape, you're going to want to take your book of matches and just flatten it so that they align like that, so that they're not pushing against each other. Now you're going to want to make them either just on the outside of the plastic or just on the inside. I do them just on the outside there, and straighten them all out like that. There, now that's what you should have on a piece of tape. And so what you're going to do now is, it works best to cut these ends off because they end up covering the match if you try to fold them back over. So, and yeah, so there. Now take another piece of tape. Doesn't matter how big it is. You can just cut the ends off. Don't want to cover the matches completely. Just want to make it so that the tips stick out, just like that. And then you just cut the ends off. Now you don't want to make these too tight. Any tape you use on this, don't make it too tight, especially when you get to the further parts, because it'll end up turning into a rocket, which is very powerful. It shot into my leg and left a huge burn mark. So, alright, but that was because I had trial and error. So you take matches after you have both sides covered, and it's best to do this when they're taped. So just cut the ends off, or the end where the staple is, and then you're going to want to cut up to where about that brown part is. So there. I cut them a bit longer because I don't really care if this one is very good. Alright. And you can, I'm not going to tell you how many mats you can use for these. You can probably use about as many as you want, depending on how many you have. So once you have that, you're going to take two single matches, which grab them here. You just take two single matches. You can use wood matches for this too, but these work better. Just take two plain matches. Cut about an inch off the bottom, and then you take your matches, and you're going to want another little piece of tape. This is the part where you really got to worry about wrapping it tight. You're going to want it tight on this part, but not too tight. Just take a small piece of tape. Take your other match, put it about where you want your pull ring to be, and you're going to want to make it like that, so that your match sticks off, and it's right by the other matches. Alright, now you don't want too much, like I said, so let's cut a little bit off. Alright, there. So now you have that. Now you're going to want to do the same thing on the other side, just like that, so then you have two. Alright. Now you're going to want them about the same place because they're both going to be your striker, or your pull ring, so going to want to have them about even, and then just pull it back. There you go. There you go. Now you have both of them. So now you're just going to want to take the striker off a box, or a book of matches, like that. So I want to cut the striker off. Doesn't matter if it's even or not. Doesn't have to be that even. Alright, so now you have that. So where the striker part is, the brown part right there, you're going to want to fold that in, then just bend. So it's like that. Now you're going to want to take a little elastic band and striker. You're going to want to put your striker piece over the two matches that you just had taped there, like that. Then you're going to take your elastic band and then just put it on here, just like that. You don't want to have it too tight, or else might break your striker, but you want to have it tight enough that if you pull on it, it's going to work. So, alright, there. Now you're going to want to take a bobby pin, which is what this is, or a key ring, paper clip, anything you have. Just bend it into a circle. I did this one into a square with a hole, like an opening, so then I can just go like this and slide it through, like that. So now, that's your match fuse. So now this one, I'm not sure if it's going to work because I just made this one pretty fast. So you can reuse the elastic a lot of times, and the striker, sometimes they'll burn with the fuse depending on how fast these burn along here. Now I'll give you guys a quick test here. So, the camera always says that even when it's 50%. Alright. Give you guys a quick demo here. Alright, so just put it in front. Pull. Now that one I didn't want to really go off, but as you can see it's going off and right up to your bomb. Now that one worked, but if I wasn't holding it, it would have burnt up much quicker. So you want to be careful if you're using Scotch tape, because that stuff is like plastic, so sometimes it gets stuck to your hand. And yeah, and see, sometimes your elastic burns. And that's how you make a pull ring match fuse for any bomb. So I do weapons videos, glitch videos, prank videos, booby traps, you name it. Just anything random, just put it on my comments and I'll get that video to you if you want it done. Alright, comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks.